Hello folks and welcome to another in a series of Harrison Mixbus videos. Today we're going to look at a video that we did of a live recording in our studio, and then we're going to look at the way that we mixed it down in Mixbus. We use a simple setup in the studio, guitar, bass, and drums. It's a blues jazz style song, and we use a fantastic singer named Liz Jenkins in our studio. We placed her in a separate room. She's using an advanced audio tube microphone, good quality microphone into Universal Audio 4710 preamplifier, set to all the way over to the tube setting, which gives it a nice warm fat sound just coming in. And we tracked directly into Mixbus. And my approach is to keep things clean and with lots of headroom. For all the instruments. If I want to use distortion or some other time of effect, I do that later. But we really didn't have to do that in this case. It's a nice clean song. And without further ado, we're going to play the video for you so that you can see how it was recorded in the studio. And then we'll come back and we'll go through the process of how we mixed it in Mixbus.
Like a light bulb in a dark room, I'm just sitting here waiting for you to come on home and turn me on. Like a desert, just waiting for the rain, like a school kid, just waiting for the spring. I'm just sitting here waiting for you to come on home and turn me on.
All right, well, now we're going to come to the fun part. We're going to do a little bit of 5-minute mix. We're going to listen to the tracks that we've organized and arranged, and then we're going to start adding a little bit of Mixbus magic through EQ and compression. Now, my whole point of doing this is to show you how easy it is to get a nice sound without spending a whole bunch of time fiddling around. I mean, one of the secrets, of course, is to have good sounds coming in, so you need to pay particular attention. If you're a professional, of course, you already understand that. If you're just starting out, selecting a decent quality microphone doesn't have to be the world's most expensive. Learning where to place it and making sure that your levels are set correctly coming in will go a long way in making your mix a lot easier to do. Now we're going to start with a kick, and we're going to have a listen to that. Let's have a peek. I've turned the trim level up on it so you can hear it. It's quite a bit of beater sound. The way that it's recorded, we recorded at the front of the kick drum and at the back near the beater. And one of the reasons I'm using the back near the beater is that the front had a lot of ring to it. It was there were no holes in the kick drum, and I was getting a lot of drum like marching band sort of ring. So I ditched that part of it and just went with the rear. And in order to add a lot more fullness to it, we're going to add our compressor. Already that's changed the sound by doing nothing except just simply adding the compressor in. Take it out. You can hear that a lot more beater sound. A lot more room sound to add EQ. And now we got a nice fat thud. You can do it any way that you want, but I mean, what I've done here with EQ, it's really simple. Is I've just add a little bit of bass. I'll bring it way up, bring it way down. Sounds like you're hitting a plastic case. And about right there. Gives me enough thud. And I added a little bit of treble in there, just to retain some of the beater sounds. Right there. Okay, I like that. You can see the compressor is working quite well. I'll take the trim level down a little bit. We don't need it quite that high. You can see I have all of my tracks zeroed here, and I adjust my trim accordingly. That's just the way that I do it. You can choose to do it another way. So I'll take that off, and I will solo the snare. That's raw coming in. Add compression. And pull the slider down, you can see it working now. And EQ. Just a little fatter sounding. And I'm going to add my overhead left and right in. Add the compressors. And add the EQ. Now you can see the drums working over here because they've all been assigned 1, 2, 3, 4 to a drum Mixbus. And what you're hearing now is just coming from the 4 tracks, but I'm going to click this button. And that adds in the drum bus and the attendant tape saturation, which I've got in here. Haven't yet put a compressor in. That's a very fat sound. And I can blend that in by bringing my volumes up and down here on the Mixbus. And it's got a real sound to it. Let's bring our bass in. I'll bring our trim level up here so you can have a listen. That's raw straight in. It's coming in through the Universal Audio 4710D pre, set all the way over to tube. I've kept that the input's level's fairly modest, lots of headroom. I just took out the drums out of the bus. I'll add them back in. I'll take them out just to drop the volume a little bit and listen to the bass. It's got a pretty good sound just the way that it is, straight in. Add compression. You can see it working here. I bring the input gain down a little bit and add my EQ. So what I've done with the bass is really quite simple. I've just added a little bit of bass to the bottom end of it. Here's what it would sound like without it. It just has a little bit of bottom. And I have a little on the top end as well. Just a little definition. Okay, I'm gonna, now the bass is, you're listening to the bass coming directly off the track and also going through the bus, the bass bus right here. Just gonna listen to guitar by itself. This is a Telly style guitar that I made, quantum guitar, and it's using Duncan 59 Broadcaster pickups. It's a very organic sounding guitar, unlike the 60s and 70s Tellys, which were, you know, very ice pick. This has got a very smooth, it can be used for jazz or blues or traditional Telly stuff. So now I'm going to add my compressor and my EQ. And I'm going to add my tape saturation going through the bus. And my reverb here, my reverb send. I'm using EMT 250 here. Now we're going to the vocals.
Cubes.
That's Rob coming in.
I'm just sitting here. I'm just waiting for you to come on home and turn me on.
Here's the compressor.
Turn me on. I said, turn me on.
Don't need too much. You can see it's just peaking up here.
Turn me on.
And EQ, I've just added a little bit of top end, little sparkle to the voice.
Turn me on.
And there's your reverb.
Yeah.
All right, so let's listen to everything going through.
Like a flower waiting to bloom, like a light bulb in a dark room. I'm just sitting here waiting for you to come on home and turn me on.
Turn the guitar down a little bit.
Like the desert, just waiting for the rain. Like a school kid, just waiting for the spring. I'm just sitting here waiting for you to come on home and turn me on. My poor heart has been so dark since you've been gone.
I'm just playing around.
After all,
With the
you're the
input gain
only
here
one
on the vocal.
who can really turn me off. And you're the only one who can turn me back on. My hi-fi is waiting for a new tune, and my glass is waiting for some fresh ice cubes. I'm just sitting here.
All right, I'm pretty happy with that. I did not have to do any real correction on any of the instruments. I mean, the players are quite good, and the singer is quite good, and I didn't have to use any vocal correction or actually cut in any parts for the guitar. They just went in the studio and played it because they're professionals, young professionals. So that's good for the engineer. There'll be other videos where we deal with more specific surgery to help, but just gives you an idea of what you can do in a very short period of time by bringing raw tracks in through Mixbus. And I hope that you find it instructional. And of course, there will be quite a bit more on all these topics. So just to go out, just have another little listen.